Ladies and gentlemen, the guy at the end of the bar proudly presents the Dantanna's Late Shift. Brought to you by Attorney Ray Giudice. And now the two men to take you to new heights in sports conversation, Nick Cellini and Matt Chernoff. Now back to the Dantanna's Late Shift. Brought to you by Attorney Ray Giudice with the Cellini All-Cello Orchestra and the Chernoff Improvisational Mimes.
Hey, back here on the Late Shift with Ray Giudice. And Ray, it seems like each and every week we talk about Oscar Pistorius. I guess a judge in South Africa says he can race again.
That's right. Keep in mind, bond is not punishment. Bond is to make sure you come to court, you don't interfere with witnesses or evidence, and you don't commit another crime. The initial judge found that he could be released on a monitor with supervision, and now his lawyer did a great job, said, hey, how about let him try to earn some money, even if it means traveling to another country? Judge said, fine. I don't find it that unusual. Where's he going to go?
I guess you're right about that. If you travel to another country, even if you're in your own country, don't commit any crimes.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Do not do that. No.
All right, Ray, talk to me about what's going on with Amari Spivey, the Detroit Lions. He's in a domestic dispute with his baby mama.
Yep.
You got the baby right there.
That's
They're
right.
Jostling with the child. Now, there are a lot of different ways this can go, and at some point it's going to be about custody of the child, but what kind of assault charges? What are we looking at?
Well, he's got a simple battery, a misdemeanor simple battery, but the real problem is whenever any kind of a crime, especially a crime of violence, is committed in the presence of a minor child, here's just a baby, that kicks in an endangering a child charge, which is very serious and can have long-term impacts as to custody and visitation of that child.
Are both attorneys on both sides, and don't do that if there's a kid involved, are they going to both try to play it that the other one was jostling with the kid?
Well,
I mean, is this going to get
sure. I mean, this is the defense.
Right.
It wasn't me, it was him. However, you have this mutual combat thing, but in presence of a child, they could both be charged with the endangering a child charge, even if they can't prove who committed the initial battery. And again, I have a problem with professional football players, perfect athletes, saying, hey, my 5'2", 109-pound wife was threatening me, so I had to hit her. That's what I had to defend myself. Take the hits. You take more violent hits every day on the field.
Well, let's talk about Josh Brent and his teammate Jerry Brown, involved in that accident during the football season when they were playing with the Dallas Cowboys. Vehicular homicide.
Yeah.
Jerry Brown is dead, and Josh Brent's trial is now scheduled for September the 23rd. Why is it taking so long?
Well, that's not really a bad time frame. I'm defending several vehicular homicides right now. They're actually pretty complicated cases. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of evidence in this case against the defendant. Not only the alcohol level, but even if you just had excessive high speed and caused an accident, caused a death, that can actually also be a misdemeanor vehicular homicide. Reckless driving is the underlying charge. When you add in a blood alcohol level, twice the legal limit, he's got problems. His lawyer has signaled that they're open to the possibility of a plea bargain. That's good defense counsel. Prepare for trial on one side, but open up the doors to see if you can keep your client from doing a lifetime in prison at the same time.
That's why the man knows what he's talking about. If you need his help, here's where you need to go. You can check out Ray at Facebook, also at Ray Giudice on Twitter, and at LinkedIn as well. Let me ask you this, Ray. You're the attorney here. What kind of ordinance am I violating right now?
sort of a noise ordinance? Could you have him committed? Do you have that kind of power?
I would like to have that kind of power.
I think I'm all for that.
It would be the first thing I would do if I had
Green light to
that.
that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. She doesn't like when I yell and make noises, but
neither do we.
It's one way to tell you're alive.
In the form of entertainment.
Thank you,
Ray,
guys.
always good to see you, my
Pleasure.
friend. We'll see you next week.
Have
Don't
a
leave me
great
hanging. Joy the rest of your week. We'll see you next week right here on The Shift. That's late, better known as The Late Shift.
Shut up.